Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a great day. It is a great day to be alive. Opening day. Spring is sprung in a lot of places, and I'm sending out a greetings, hello to everybody, and also to send my love. It's a miracle I'm alive, and I thank God every day because without God's protection, there's no way I could have fought these battles all my life actually. So I wanted to do a short video today and talk about current events a bit and things that are going on. Okay, in my opinion. And of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and my goal is just to, get you thinking about things so you don't go along with the herd and that herd mentality. So, if you take a look at what's going on, I can't turn on the TV without a tragedy, a school shooting, natural disaster. Perhaps it was manufactured with weather warfare. I don't know. That's my opinion. The government showing no regard for the citizens, these type things. Excuse me. So it's evident to me that Biden administration, they're all failures. Okay, they're failing. They're failing their government. They're failing their position. Okay, they're failing. They're standing in the world. The world really has no respect for them and laughing at them. Okay, and they have no regard for the citizens of America. Okay, and that's a serious thing. It really is. Um, I'm a Trump supporter, and that's not the way the country ran under President Trump. So, it is whether you like the man or not, and like his style or whatever, it's coming down to it, to where you've got to understand that the country ran a hell of a lot better under President Trump's leadership. And I really do believe it will again. Okay. So, if you take a look at things, and I look at, on the brink of World War III, if we're not already there, okay, and then the bank failures, okay. There's so many things. Of course, the news media is not going to tell us the truth, right? But I think there's so many things going on behind the scenes that, with these bank failures, that they're not telling us the truth about how volatile things really, really are when it comes to the banking system. So the only thing I can say about that is on the international level, on the macro level, I think there's things going on that way above my pay grade that I don't understand. But it gives me hope that we can weather the storm and get through this thing together. Okay, and speaking of weather, I believe that a lot of this is weather warfare. Because, how can I say, I'm old enough to remember when I grew up, we had our 4 seasons, okay? And, you're going to have fluctuation. But I look at the tornadoes, okay? I look at the weather in California, but I also look at the weather in the South, okay? And you think about tornado season. Well, normally we would just be transitioning into tornado season, but from what I've seen, it's been tornado season all winter. Okay, so I think that's more than a fluctuation myself. That's just my opinion. But there's too much devastation, too many people displaced, too many lost lives, and I'm just saying that these things can be manipulated in order to keep that cycle going of the rich getting richer and the poor being manipulated. President Trump wants to break us free out of that cycle. Okay, I really do believe it. Okay, when it comes to the border crisis, there's too many lives lost. And there's, money being made by people that are the smugglers. Human trafficking, the drug trafficking is out of control. And, young people losing their lives. I don't know about fentanyl, whatever. And I'm going back 10, 15 years, maybe. When I was recovering from surgery, I did see a special where we had two investigative reporters actually go to China because they wanted to buy the chemical compound, or they wanted to buy fentanyl, basically. So, they had their cameras on. They met with the lady. It was all professional and everything. And she had to go ask her boss, hey, can I do this? And then they were turned down. Okay. But, it's clear to me with all the shipping that's coming in and out, especially from China, that these things are smuggled in. They may be smuggled in just by using the post office, too. Who knows? Or international shipping. Okay. So, it's just part of the warfare in my opinion, in order to overwhelm America and the resources that we have, in order to drain the resources, and then have the deep state or cabal, I'll say deep state, in control of everyone's finances, okay? Because we're all dependent on them, okay? Or we owe them so much money, we could never get out of debt, okay? East Palestine, Ohio, okay? For me, that's chemical warfare. It's part of war. It's always been part of war in the doctrine, okay? And even though even though we were taught, these things are under control with the treaties, okay, if it's administered by the corporation and, there is no frontline defense, okay, because it's happening in the hometown, that's a good case right there. Or I shouldn't say a good case, that is a case to where you can, draw a good example. That warfare, that chemical warfare, was administered to the corporation. There's no defense, okay? And, I'm just saying that more power to the people that are standing up and voicing their opinion, not signing off and taking $1,000 and, being stuck, basically. They've ruined the soil, they've ruined the water, they've ruined the air, they've ruined a lot of lives. So, and like I say, Biden and his administration, they have no regard for the people on that. Biden's focus is on Ukraine, okay? So, again, I think that's more of a draining of the resources and giving attention to something to keep us diverted from all the issues that are going on, like the border and all these other things. There's so many other things going on, with the manipulation on the critical race theory, and also, how can I say, the brainwashing of the children, or separating the children from the parents to, break up the home and have that disorganized and really to throw chaos on people. Okay, and that's all I got on that. But, if you look at China, North Korea, Russia's always been a big player on things. All these things are happening on the world stage. And, America is just, he's AWOL, okay? Biden's AWOL when it comes to these top-level decisions. So, President Trump, he understood these things and understands, number one, he cares about the people, and number two, he understands America's role as far as leadership when it comes to the free world and the geopolitical ramifications of being the leader, okay? How we must be the leader and not let the other countries who, quite frankly, have been our enemies in the past, okay, take over those leadership roles. Or, let a rogue country like North Korea come up with their nuclear weapons and nuclear program, and let them advance to that point to where, they bully their way on the world stage when it comes to geopolitics. So, okay, I'm getting long-winded on this one, but there was a couple points I wanted to make. And this is about Obama, okay. If you turn on if you turn if you turn on MSNBC or CNN or BBC, okay, I don't know which one it was. It was probably MSNBC, but they were giving an analogy of Obama and President Trump. Okay, and I always thought this how they sold the presidency, to America, as Obama's the first brother. We're going to get in there. He's the first African American, so called, and Obama is cool, okay, and Trump is a bully. So what do? We don't give any energy to the bully. And when they said that, I'm like, that exactly fits their MO. Because if you're distracted by what you think is cool, okay, or like with Biden handing out the checks, or I don't know, I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, if you're distracted by that or the herd mentality, and you're not thinking for yourself about, what America is and what they stand for, it's easily to be fooled. And I'm just saying that Obama looks cool on the surface to a lot of people, but trust me, there are older people, younger people, people that have grown up who love America and love our country, who see right through that disguise. Okay, so you're not fooling a large majority of the people every day, because we can't afford to pay our bills. I can't afford to pay my bills. I don't have a place to stay. I'm in a hotel, so I'm blessed that I got some resources some of the time. People with children, they can't make it. Okay, there's we don't have enough drugs on the shelf for people. We don't have enough food on the shelf, so these things it's coming to a head, and only together, how we work this together and staying together in order to keep our country strong and solvent is going to be the way forward, in my opinion. Okay. There was President Trump the other night, I think he brought up the point, or somebody brought up the point about, one of his pet peeves was all the military hardware that we left in Afghanistan. Okay, and I guess the Taliban has been showing that off. Okay, so you think about it, these are our tax dollars, all right? So if the military leaders made that decision, okay, to just leave all that equipment there, of course the enemy is going to take control of it and then use it against them. Okay, so these are our tax dollars, and you see the incompetence of the I gotta say, the military leadership, in making those decisions. You're going to take all your equipment. You're going to get rid of your classified. You're not going to give the enemy anything to further their cause if you have to evacuate, okay, or when you plan to leave, okay, part of the transition process. I mean, that's just normal common sense, if you will. But I'm just saying that these things are evident right there. So, the other thing I wanted to wrap up on is patriotism. Okay, so you gotta love your country, okay, and love where you came from. And I've had the opportunity to know a lot of people and work with a lot of people in the military, first and foremost, from foreign countries and their families from foreign countries, and they love their country. There's a lot of patriotism, and they love their fellow patriots. Okay, there's no doubt about that. Somehow, when it comes to America, in my mind, that it's been sold that America's the bad guy. America is the one doing all the bad things. And, how can I say it? The root of all the problems in the world. Okay, and I just want to say that that's bullshit. Even though that may be manipulated on a larger scale in order to make it look that way, it's the people of this country that make it great. Okay, and really there's nothing to be ashamed about when it comes to America. And I don't know all the details, okay, and there are people who know a lot more about it than me, but I believe that's part of manipulation in order to, keep you separated from loving your country and standing up and being a patriot. So, don't be fooled when it comes to that. America's the greatest country on earth. If it wasn't, why would everybody want to come here? Okay, you know what I mean? So, anyway, that's what I got for today. I want to thank you very much, and I really want to thank the people who have worked at different levels in order to give me the benefit of the doubt when it comes to telling my story as far as these setup and gang stalkings go. So I'm going to make a separate video on that. But a big thank you to them. I really do appreciate that. So thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America. And keep on keeping on.